When did we decide that seniors should be doing curls with soup cans in a chair instead of deadlifts and squats and throwing and running? I think we've got it wrong. Welcome to Health Unscripted, where we talk about the unconventional wisdom in health. I'm Adam, and with over 20 years of experience off the beaten path of the health and fitness industry, I'm sharing what I've learned and what I know, living in a more natural way. So I see it a lot now, and I'm working with more and more seniors that they're coming in and you hear what they're doing, and if they're working with someone or not, the program that they're following and we're seeing on the internet is this dumbed down, like, invalid fitness. Sorry for being blunt here, but this is just, it gets me a little fired up. The fact that we're getting older doesn't change our daily physical requirements. I still need to be able to do the same things when I'm 80 as when I'm 60, as when I'm 40, likely just with a different level of intensity. So I still need to be able to pick things up and carry them around. I still need to be able to get up off the floor. I still need to be able to squat and maybe put things up on a shelf. So the idea that I'm going to practice movements that don't mimic that, what that's going to lead to is decreased capacity. I use the term a lot: if you don't use it, you will lose it, or move it or lose it. When you start taking out functional movements, those that are innate to our humanity, deadlifts, squats, presses, running, throwing, jumping, and you replace them with robotic movements, right? We are not levers hydraulically controlled like a robot that move independent joints one at a time. Our body moves in a beautifully harmonious wave of contraction to create movement. And when we don't practice movements that exhibit that wave of contraction and that natural outflow of force, then we get worse at it. And the less we practice, the less we can do it. And not practicing those movements will literally lead to your demise as a physically independent individual. When you can no longer get up off the toilet, someone is doing it for you. The way that I see this is take the movements that you do in your everyday life and practice them harder and heavier, right? So take a list of what you do in a day. So if there's walking, if there's climbing stairs, if there's carrying things, if there's pushing, pulling, sitting down, standing up, practice those exercises, but practice them hard, practice them fast, practice them with an elevated heart rate, practice them heavier than you would ever need to do them in real life, for two reasons. One, you're going to decrease in capacity as you age. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat that. It's inevitable. But if you keep your capacity up, you ideally will be able to live independently until the point that you fall over and die, instead of the nursing home picture, being fed through a straw. None of that appeals. So do the things you need to do so that you can do them. Do them hard so that you can keep that capacity up. And intensity is relative, right? It doesn't need to be as hard as I can go. It needs to be as hard as you can go, so that you're maintaining that buffer for failure, for falling, for injury. If you have more capacity than you need, you've got a buffer. So take this as you will. These are my thoughts, Health Unscripted. Seniors are not frail. They're not fragile. I've seen them get better. I've seen them get stronger. I've seen them increase capacity and decrease their risk of injury, and even their ability to live independently improves. So there's no point in your life where you say, hey, I can't get better. I can't build strength. I can't get younger even. You just got to change the way. You just got to eat a steak, and you just got to do a squat. If you're interested in more of this, subscribe, like, pass this on. This is Health Unscripted, a series as a part of the 5 a.m. Squat Club, where I, along with maybe some of you, are working on improving our lives, getting off the script, getting off the hamster wheel of health, taking charge. See you next time.